What you're looking at right here, this is a moment in history that pretty much redefined the word impossible. This is the story of what might be the single most daring hostage rescue ever. An operation so wild, so audacious, it changed the rules of counterterrorism forever. Picture this, the dead of night, on a quiet tarmac. And then a series of muffled explosions just shatters the silence. You see black-clad figures swarming a commercial airliner. The wait is over, the assault is on. I mean, just think about the weight of that. The whole world was literally watching this unfold. Failure wasn't just an option, it would have been a global catastrophe. The pressure on this team was absolutely off the charts. So how in the world did we get here? To really, truly grasp the lightning-fast action of this rescue, we have to rewind. We have to understand the agonizingly slow crisis that forced their hand. It all started way up in the air, a totally routine flight that in a flash turned into an international nightmare, a single hijacking that spiraled into a global standoff. For 4 excruciating days, this plane was a prison on wings. It was bounced from one airport to another all across the Middle East. And for the 86 passengers and crew inside, well, the conditions were getting worse and worse. Hope was running out fast. And here was the problem. You had a total deadlock. The hijackers wanted their comrades released from prison, plus a huge cash ransom. The government, though, held a rock-solid line. We do not negotiate with terrorists. So they were stalling, buying time, but everybody knew this could only end one of 2 ways. So, with diplomacy completely off the table, the job fell to a small, elite special forces unit. And their task wasn't just hard. It was something that had never, ever been done successfully before. Seriously, just try to wrap your head around that problem. It is a tactical nightmare. It's a long, narrow corridor. There's nowhere for the hostages to hide, and a single stray bullet could be absolutely catastrophic. The plan couldn't just be good, it had to be perfect, and it needed a secret weapon. And this was their ace in the hole, the stun grenade. You probably know it as a flashbang. This wasn't about brute force. Oh no. This was about psychological warfare. The idea was to create one moment of total, overwhelming sensory chaos, giving the rescuers a priceless, but very, very brief advantage. Okay, so here's how the plan fit together like a perfect puzzle. Step 1, use the darkness to sneak into position right next to the plane. Step 2, a synchronized breach. Blow multiple doors at the exact same time to cause maximum confusion. Step 3, flood the cabin with those flashbangs. And step 4, in those few critical seconds of blindness and deafness, take out the threat. The plan was set. The team was in position. And after 4 long days of tension and waiting, they got the code word, go. Now we are right back where we started, on that dark, quiet tarmac. 7. That's the number. From the second those doors blew, the team figured they had about 7 seconds to get control of that plane before the hijackers could recover and start shooting. 7 seconds. That's the razor-thin line between total success and utter disaster. And the night just erupts. The charges detonate with this deafening crack, ripping the emergency doors right off the fuselage. And the assault teams, they're just a blur, pouring into the plane before the metal even hits the ground. Next up, the flashbangs. Little canisters tumble into the cabin, and for a split second, the inside of that plane becomes a universe of pure white light and concussive sound. For the hijackers, vision is gone, hearing is gone, their entire reality just shatters. And through all that smoke and confusion, the team moves. In seconds that must have felt like an eternity, they find and engage all 4 of the militants. This is where years of training just takes over, pure muscle memory. The whole thing is executed with this chilling, brutal precision. And then, silence. A team leader's voice crackles over the radio. The threats are down. The plane is secure. All hostages are safe. They had done it. They had actually, truly pulled off the impossible. But hold on, this story doesn't end there. Not by a long shot. The echoes from that 7-second fight would go on to completely reshape the entire world of special operations. Yeah, this slide says it all, doesn't it? It was a total paradigm shift. Before this raid, the go-to response for terrorism was to talk, to negotiate. It was reactive. But this mission proved that a proactive surgical strike wasn't just possible, it could be incredibly effective. It was a game changer. You see, the success of this German unit, GSG-9, sent shockwaves through military communities everywhere. In the United States, top brass realized they had a serious gap. This one single raid became the direct blueprint for them to create their own elite counter-terrorist unit, the U.S. Army's Delta Force. This operation didn't just inspire them, it literally wrote the playbook they'd follow for decades to come. And that leaves us with a really tough question, doesn't it? That incredibly violent 7-second assault saved 86 lives, no question. And it ushered in a whole new era of counterterrorism. It proved that when all the talking fails, direct action can achieve the impossible. But it also set a new standard. So we have to ask, when does the high-risk raid become the only answer?